Good evening, everyone. And once again, we're here again on the Natural Health Show. My name is Patrick Montague. And today we're going to be talking about a fruit, actually. It's a fruit that most of us have eaten at some time in our lives, but a lot of us sometimes don't realize the benefits of it. Some people don't even like the taste of it. Some people tell me, oh, this is nasty. I can't take this. But the fruit I'm talking about today is called an avocado. Avocados are very, very rich in a lot of nutrients that sometimes people have not been made aware of. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So now, avocados have been in the news. Costa Coffee Radio ad banned for telling consumers to ditch avocados. The advertising watchdog has banned a Costa advert for encouraging consumers to chow down on a bacon sandwich rather than avocados. Look at this. A radio ad told listeners there was a great deal on ripen at home avocados, but added they'd only be ripe to eat for about 10 minutes. Then they'll go off. The voiceover then said shoppers should buy the better deal of a bacon roll or egg muffin. After two consumers complained about the advert, which aired in June, the Advertising Standards Authority, ASA, agreed the ad broke rules on discouraging customers to buy healthier fruit and vegetable options. Costa argued the ad was supposed to be light-hearted and played on the frustration and unpredictability of the avocado. It said it was not suggesting viewers should eat bacon over avocados, but informing customers of the promotional offer. In a statement, the ASA said, "We considered that although the ad was light-hearted, it nevertheless suggested avocados were a poor breakfast choice and that a bacon roll or egg muffin would be a better alternative, and in doing so, encouraged the selection of avocados." Costa Coffee did not respond to a request for additional comment. Look at that. So basically what's going on here is that the avocado is being ditched for a bacon sandwich. Can you imagine? Now, I haven't actually done any talks recently on bacon, but most people know about the effects of bacon. For example, bacon contains trichinae worms, and most people don't want worms inside their bodies. They don't want viruses inside their bodies. So really, there is no comparison. So when you listen to me talk about the avocado now, the benefits of the avocado, maybe we can now understand the comparison here and understand the benefits of the avocado in relation to a bacon sarnie. So what are the benefits? Well, basically, there's been tons of research into avocados and their benefits. Pennsylvania State University, for example, recently launched a study on the benefits of avocado seeds. These are the seeds now. The phenolic antioxidants compound in the seeds can lower high cholesterol, high blood pressure, reduce inflammatory or inflammation, and prevent diabetes, boost immunity. It's good for the skin and hair. The seeds have insecticidal and fungicidal and antimicrobial properties. Can you imagine this? So this is what's going on with avocados. So why have people been seduced, if you like, into eating a bacon sarnie instead? Well, this is what goes on. This is advertising. So according to the earliest documented findings of avocados, there is evidence to indicate that they were grown and cultivated in Mexico as far back as 10,000 years ago. This is amazing. People were eating avocados 10,000 years ago. Can you imagine this? The Aztecs and the Incas knew of their healing benefits and used them daily. The Aztecs knew it well and called the fruit aguacatl, which is interesting actually because I'm quite fluent in Spanish, and that kind of sounds like the Spanish version which they use today, which is aguacate. That's what they call it in Spanish. So this name is still used in parts of Mexico where the Aztec language has not been entirely replaced by Spanish. Their word for tree is Quayetville. So the avocado tree becomes Awakakwakadil, whatever that is. I know I didn't pronounce it right, but that's how it goes. The first European to give a name to the fruit appears to have been Pedro de Cieza de Leon, writing between 1532 and 1550. He referred to it under the names of aguacate, which is the Spanish name, and palta, a name for the fruit used by the Incas. So the history of the name is that avocado derives from a word meaning testicle. The word avocado comes from a Nahuatl Indian Aztec word, ahuacatl, meaning testicle. It is thought that the reference is either due to the avocado's shape or the fact that it was considered to possess aphrodisiac qualities by the Aztecs, which is actually true. And later on, we'll be talking about the hormonal balancing effects of the essential fats, the monohydrates that are in the actual avocado. In Spanish, aguacatl became aguacate and eventually avocado, and then avocado in English. The fruit was first described as an avocado pear because of its pear-like shape. Later, it also became known as an alligator pear, given the alligator-like appearance to the skin. You know, sometimes the skin looks a bit rough on the outside, looks like alligator skin, so they call it that as well. So over time, the term avocado became the common word used to describe the fruit in English. So people say to me, so what's so good about avocados, mate? I mean, what's so good about them? There's nothing good about them. Sometimes people think they gain weight on you. You know what I mean? Anyway, it has been proven that an avocado has 60% more potassium than a banana. 3/4 of the fruit's calories come from fat. Now, a lot of times people think this fat is really bad, but it's not bad fat. It's monounsaturated fat, which is not harmful to you. This type of fat is the kind of fat that your body absolutely needs to balance hormones such as progesterone and estrogen. You've got about 5 major hormones in your body: testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, pregnenolone. You know, these types of hormones are very, very essential to keep balanced. And it's when they're balanced, that's when you're going to get the healing in your body. So a high percentage of fiber keeps you going to the toilet. So that's what avocados have as well. It helps strengthen cell membranes. So you know the outside skin of the cell? This is very important to keep healthy and strong. Basically, what we're talking about here is vitamin C. When you have a high amount of vitamin C, which is in the actual avocado, the avocado vitamin C will help to strengthen the cell membrane because it's going to give you collagen, and collagen is what keeps the cells healthy. So this is what also makes steroid hormones, the hormones that I was telling you about before, the progesterone hormones. These hormones are very, very important to keep balanced. So this is what avocado does. It also gives you a good supply of vitamin D. Now look at that. So instead of going and lounging around in the sun, just eat an avocado. Let's say, for example, this winter, there's not much sun, eat an avocado, and that will give you the vitamin D that you need, rather than going on holiday and spending 200-300 quid on a holiday just to go and get some sun. All you need to do is eat sun food and get sun nutrients. Vitamin D is a sun nutrient. Anti-inflammatory effects, these are powerful in avocados. So any kind of inflammation that you have in your body, it could be inflammation of the stomach, for example, it will help to alleviate. It helps to improve the strength of the intestinal lining, and it reduces indigestion. Avocados is one of those foods that can be combined with lots of different types of vegetables without any problem whatsoever. So green vegetables, yellow vegetables, whatever vegetables, starchy type vegetables, it can actually be combined with those as well. And it's one of the few foods that's easy to combine. So it actually increases the capacity of the intestines to absorb nutrients. Now, how many people out there have an inability to absorb nutrients. I know thousands. Over the years, I've done tests on people's intestines, and I found that the majority of people have an inability to absolutely absorb nutrients. Why is that? Because the colon itself, if you could actually see how damaged and ravaged your intestines are compared to how they should be, you would start to think, ooh, you know what? I need to repair my intestines. But most people can't see that. So because they can't see that, they say, well, I feel all right. And a lot of flatulence going on. You got some kind of problem going on downstairs in the colon area. That is an indication that you really have got something going on with your intestines and your ability to break down your food and digest it and eliminate it from your body. This is a problem. And it starts out innocently enough. You know, every now and then you maybe start to have a little bloating, you start to, pass a little bit too much wind now and then. You just say, that's just a man thing, isn't it? That's all right. It's a geezer. I'm a geezer, and nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong, because when you have constipated waste in your colon, it starts to put out gases in your colon, and these gases build up and build up and build up. And if you can imagine, inside your colon, you've got these bubbles inside, and the body has to push it out. And these gases are very toxic to your body. So then you start to fart, which is a sign of an inability to digest completely the food that you're eating. So now, the monounsaturated fats in the avocado reduce arterial pressure and protect the heart from heart attacks and disease. The monounsaturated fats in the avocado are also good for the intestines as well. So not only is it helping with heart problems or preventing you from getting heart attacks, heart disease, reducing the pressure to the arteries, preventing you from getting problems like atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, which is plaque buildup in the arteries, which is what I was talking about last week with onions. It's doing a multitude of things inside of your body all at the same time. So then people say to me, well, Pat, I eat avocados, mate. You know what I mean? Like, every single day I have an avocado, mate. I mean, come on, mate. What's wrong with, like, me and a bag of chips and a bit of ham and eggs, mate? With an avocado. They all go together, don't they? No. See, what people think is that if they put something bad with something good, like an avocado, that they're going to get balanced somehow. But your body says, no. You made a mistake. You had the bag of chips with a bit of salt on it, with your vinegar, for example, and your ketchup and your eggs, and you mix that in with the avocado. Bigger mistake to make. You don't want to make that kind of mistake. Why? Is because you put things together that don't go together. And later on, I'm going to be doing a talk about how to properly combine the foods. Some people haven't realized what foods go with which foods. So we'll talk about that. We need to understand that there are benefits to the avocado if you would put it with the right food and if you would eat it knowing strategically what you're doing in your body. You're going to eat with a strategy in mind. You can't just eat this avocado because it tastes nice or because you feel for it that moment. You're going to ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve by eating this avocado? What benefits am I going to get from it? And what can I put it with to enhance the effects in my body? That's what we've got to start thinking about, rather than just eat it because it's there. Oh, yeah, well, it's the last thing in the fridge, mate. You know what I mean? So I thought I'd just eat it. You know what I mean? No. So the fiber in the avocado helps to maintain blood sugar and insulin resistance. That is so key. How many people out there have got diabetes, for example? Their blood sugar is too high. insulin non-existent almost, because the pancreas has become so ill, it's not actually producing the insulin to break down the carbohydrates, the sugars in your body. Lots of people have this problem in one way or the other. One way of knowing if your blood sugar is too high, just by looking at yourself. You don't even have to do a test, because some people don't like the idea of taking blood from their finger and putting that blood into a machine, and for a machine to tell them. Once you know that you've got an extra large stomach, like say, for example, if your waist is about 40 inches, then you know you're most likely going to have a blood sugar problem. Folic acid in the avocado comes to your rescue, because what folic acid does, it actually helps with your whole system, nervous system, digestive system, reproductive system. All the systems in your body can be helped with folic acid. Even your hair can be helped with folic acid as well, because it actually helps with the follicles in your hair. And folate, basically more or less the same. Folic acid and folate, more or less the same. These nutrients protect also against Alzheimer's disease. Folic acid in avocados help to maintain normal fetal development. Vitamin A in avocados help to keep the eyes healthy and protect against cataracts. How many people do you know have got a problem with the eyes and can't see right, can't see straight, can't see? Blind almost. Bill Cosby, I heard, blind, can't even see. He's lacking in vitamin A. You can diagnose him just by looking at him. The potassium in avocados helps to reduce cerebrovascular and circulation problems. The potassium, which is actually very, very high, as I said before, there is more potassium in an avocado than there is in a banana, for example. Now, how many people don't know that? 30% more potassium in an avocado in terms of the ratio of it than in a banana. And everybody thinks, well, if you want potassium, mate, all you got to do is get a banana, mate. You know what I mean? Like a doctor told me the other day, I shouldn't get bananas because bananas have got too much potassium, and potassium's not good for me, mate. So I don't eat bananas. No, you're wrong. You made a mistake. There's nothing wrong with potassium in bananas. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing. In fact, people have got this conception, this belief that in a banana, all you've got is potassium and nothing else. You've also got iron, you've got zinc, you've got amino acids, tryptophan, for example. All these things are going on inside the banana, and you're discriminating against it because of one ingredient. And you don't even know that that one ingredient actually lowers blood pressure, gets rid of arthritis. It can actually get rid of atherosclerosis and arteriosclerosis. All of these things it can do, and much, much more than I can even tell you right now. But we say, no, I can't do that because the doctor told me I shouldn't. So then people say to me, Patrick, man, why? If we eat the way you're telling me, we're not going to eat anything at all. Because we can't just live on an avocado. No, I'm not saying just eat an avocado. I'm saying let's look at nature. Let's see what nature has got to offer us. Rather than looking at a pill for every ill, let's look at nature. And nature will show you, direct you to what you're supposed to eat. Like, for example, there are certain plants that grow roughly around about your head height. That's actually good for your brain. There are plants that grow around your chest height. That's good for your chest. That's God telling you, look, take that plant there for your chest. Take that plant there that grows up to your head, as high as your head. Take that for your brain. And usually you won't go wrong, because most of the plants that grow in nature are actually not poisonous, most of them. So yes, we go back to the flavonoids. Flavonoids, these are plant chemicals in the avocados which help to reduce joint inflammation. Very, very important here. Most people, in some way, shape or form, after the age of about 50 or 60, start to get a little problem with the joints. They start going, why, me joint them, you know, the doctor tell me, so the arthritis, you know, the arthritis, it'll give me problem. So me have to take the medication that him give me. Everything is so me have to make sure me fix up myself, sir. But me I take the medication. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to take a pill for every ill, as I said before. It is about understanding what benefits plants have to eliminate the health problems that we have. Once you understand the plants and how they work and what they do and how they complement each other when you put certain plants together, that is the secret, the big secret. And the antioxidants in avocados prevent aging. Now, how many people out there don't want to age too much? I know everybody is not trying to make themselves older, or they won't knowingly try to make themselves older. They just think that making or becoming older is just a natural kind of process that takes place. It's not natural. It was actually proven by a Russian scientist a while back. He actually proved that by taking a human heart and supplying it with all of the nutrients and blood supply that it needed for 25 years, that this heart would maintain its efficiency at using nutrients and keeping itself young and healthy for 25 years. It didn't age. So in that case, we can actually create a similar condition in our bodies where our heart can function just as well when we're 50, 60, 70 years old as it did when we were, let's say, in our 20s or even in our teens. So yes, we can prevent aging with avocados. Vitamins A, C, and E, all of these are antioxidants, and all of those vitamins are in avocados. Now, that's easy to remember. A, C, and E, ACE. Vitamin E is the one I like the most because this actually prevents cancer. Vitamin E, it's an antioxidant. It's very, very powerful. It's good for skin. So any kind of skin blemishes that you've got, vitamin E, you can use vitamin E oil, for example. So yes, what about the LDL and the HDL? This is low density lipoproteins and HDL, high density lipoproteins. Now it's been said that the LDL lipoproteins are supposed to be the bad cholesterol and the HDL is the good one. But basically you need cholesterol. You absolutely need cholesterol. According to experts in this field, you actually need cholesterol to keep your nerve messages separated rather than confused and having cross-wired kind of connections there. Basically, you really do need these low density and high density lipoproteins. I should say high density more so. LDL moves cholesterol from your liver to all the cells of the body that need it. That's the low density lipoproteins. It moves the cholesterol from your liver to all the cells of the body that need it. HDL carries cholesterol from your cells back to the liver where it can be removed in the form of a waste product. Based on what this is saying, and this is based on what experts have researched, is that you actually need both the LDL and the HDL cholesterol. So yes, we do need cholesterol, and the problem arises when we begin to have too much LDL available for our cells to use and not enough HDL to remove it. So it's like yin and yang. You have one, but if you don't have enough of the other, you're going to have a problem, and vice versa. So this leads to LDL buildup, low density lipoprotein buildup inside of our arterial walls, causing atherosclerosis. Very important point. So these are the vitamins and the minerals associated with the avocado. So a lot of times people are scared because they say, oh my God, it's got too much calories, man. I don't like calories. Calories, I'm supposed to only have 1,000 calories a day, Patrick. What am I going to do? No, you can have as much calories as you need. But the important point here, you've got to have not empty calories, you've got to have nutritious calories. So as long as you're going with the nutrients, you'll be fine. Sitting with some people the other day, and the fella was eating what looked like to me it was crisps. I thought it was crisps, you know. And I said, "Are those crisps you're eating there, man?" He said, "No, those are tortillas." So anyway, total sugar. Look, there's very little sugar in this. 0.2 grams, which is about 200 milligrams. Sounds very small when you look at it in this format. Potassium, 345 milligrams. That's good. Good amount of potassium. But what's important here, we have a nice balance between the potassium and the sodium. So sodium and potassium, they have a marriage, a bit like yin and yang, positive and negative, if you like. And so when you have too much sodium in the body without enough potassium, that's when your blood pressure is going to go up and you're going to feel it kind of ill. But potassium and sodium, they must be kept at a certain ratio that keeps you rather healthy. So yes, there's magnesium as well in the avocado, which is going to be good for the nerves, and it's going to be good for your bones. Those two things essential. Vitamin A, good for the eyesight, as I said before, helps with cancers, prevents cancers, in fact. Helps with arteriosclerosis, helps with circulation, helps with the brain function, the eye function. It's good for skin and nails. All of this stuff is what vitamin A is doing in your body. It's amazing. And vitamin E, my favorite. Wow. You can get vitamin E, for example, in things like oats and vegetable oils and eggs, but I don't recommend eggs to people because that can make you kind of constipated. Vitamin K, which is in the avocado, very good for circulation. And vitamin B6, as I said before previously in other lectures, vitamin B6, one of my favorite B vitamins, because it's actually essential for pretty much all of your essential bodily functions. And the monounsaturated fatty acids, oh my God, 6.7 grams. Powerful, absolutely amazing. When you've got that amount of essential fats or monounsaturated fats in your body is just going to vibe to a whole new level. Folate is very powerful as well, like folic acid. The combination of these minerals prevents Alzheimer's, as I said. Iron, there's actually quite a lot of iron in avocados, copper, lutein, and zeaxanthins. Now, zeaxanthins and lutein, usually they are present together in a lot of vegetables. Sometimes you can find them in peppers, corn, and so on. But zeaxanthins and lutein are actually present in avocados, and that's what gives avocados their yellow color. Lutein comes from the Latin word luteus, which means yellow, and improves the contrast. This has actually been proven scientifically. Everything I will tell you will be proven scientifically. So the zeaxanthin and the lutein combined in the avocado improve contrast sensitivity. This means you're able to discern objects from their background. This means it's going to be good for your eyesight. Seeing a white golf ball or baseball clearly against a light blue sky. Improve light sensitivity. When you're walking out the door to work or drop off kids at school, the light can seem so bright that you become uncomfortable. Zeaxanthin helps filter that light, protecting your source of vision in your eye. This means you won't notice the discomfort from bright light as much. Some people get that, that kind of glare in your eye when you can't quite see. When you are deficient of zeaxanthin and lutein combined, which is in the avocado, you're going to have that problem. You can't see properly when there's a lot of light. Some people don't even like to be exposed to light. They like staying in the dark all the time. And they think that that's the way to have healthy eyesight. No, you absolutely do need sunlight. There's no doubt about it. There's no hiding from this. You absolutely do. A lot of times I see people using sunglasses, for example, to protect them, supposedly, from the light in the sun, which comes from the sun. But then, on the other hand, I see that there are people that are doing a thing called sun gazing, where they look at the sun and they actually help to prevent the eyes from degenerating and increase the ability of the eye to see just by looking at the sun. Now, obviously, I wouldn't recommend anyone does this if they're a beginner, or if you do it, don't do it for too long because it can actually be harmful. You've got to gradually build up your ability to do that. So sometimes you might want to look at the sun for a few seconds, then look away, then build up from a few seconds to maybe half a minute, then up to a minute. I've done it to about maybe up to about 2 minutes. I've looked at the sun straight for 2 minutes straight. I think I've done more than that in the past, but I'd say 2 minutes for sure I can do even now. But it's something you have to practice, and this helps to increase the ability of the eye to actually perceive things better. So right there, you've actually got a cure for your bad eyesight in the sun. But we go and then we get some glasses, either sunglasses to prevent the sun getting in the eye, which is actually blocking the melanin stimulation coming into the eye from the sun, which is not good for you. Or we go and get glasses from the opticians. In Spanish, they call it oculista. We go to the opticians, and the optician says, yes, Mr. Yes, you seem to have not very good vision here, so possibly we're going to have to give you some very thick-rimmed glasses, very thick, or possibly, if you like, you can have contact lenses if you don't like the appeal of the glasses that we're going to give you. I mean, this is what goes on every day, and these glasses, what's interesting is that they actually degenerate the eyes. Bad news. So that means you're always going to have this inability to see very well, and you're never actually going to be able to cure or alleviate this problem of having bad eyesight. This is the problem. And so people keep on getting these glasses. So zeaxanthin and lutein improves glare recovery. This is just a recap about it. So people are not kind of scared of this word, because when people see these words, they understand, people switch off. I understand that. So improves glare recovery. Have you driven at night and noticed how bad the glare is coming from oncoming traffic? That glare can cause temporary blindness, it says here, meaning you truly can't see for a few seconds. That's a scary thought on the road. Zeaxanthin protects your eyes from that glare so your eyes can stay focused on the road. Powerful. How many people have crashed their car even because this affects their eyes? Whereas in this case, when you have high amounts of this plant chemical in your system, it will actually protect your eyes and enable you to see better. So enough about that. So yes, vitamin E in the avocados here to protect the skin, aids in healing of the skin from burns, discoloration, skin dryness. This is all documented information that everyone should know. So if you have a problem with your skin, you can use vitamin E oil, and you can apply it to the skin, rub it on the skin, and it can actually prevent you from having skin blemishes and so on. It has powerful antioxidant properties. That means it slows down the degeneration of cells. Vitamin E protects from the following: heart attack and chest pain, and much more. High blood pressure, disease of the brain and nervous system, Parkinson's disease, restless leg syndrome, prevents complications in late pregnancy, painful periods, PMS, menopausal syndrome, hot flushes associated with breast cancer, hair loss, cystic fibrosis, infertility and impotence, chronic fatigue syndrome, peptic ulcers, prevents aging when vitamin E oil is applied to the skin. Unbelievable. So why would you even not have an avocado today? Go grab one. According to the AHA, they recommend eating natural foods such as avocados to get your vitamin E as opposed to taking supplements. Now look at that. The American Heart Association have recently come out and said this. I have to repeat this. According to them, they're recommending that people eat natural foods such as avocados to get vitamin E. That's how potent this food is, that even they are coming out and saying, you know what, this stuff is actually better than the supplements, because actually the supplements may even not even give you the benefits that you need. Also, I'm going to be giving out some recipes, things that can be done with, for example, avocado seed, because they've actually found that the avocado seed has more powerful benefits than the actual flesh itself. So if that is the case, well, why not let's use this seed? So now what I've done, I've put together a little document that I can send to anybody who would actually like more information about how they can use avocado seed to actually get benefits in their body. This has been me, Patrick Montague, once again talking about the benefits of food, natural foods, and in particular avocados.
I seen a man with dash, even seen a coconut shy. But I've been done seen about everything when I see a yellow fruit fly.
Watch how my body move, eating all the greens.
There is a natural healing coming through the air. You listen every Wednesday, you will hear. Mr. Patrick Montague will talk about the sickness you thought you could never be eliminated. This is why he's so highly rated.
I seen an orange squash, I seen a man with dash, even seen a coconut shy. But I've been done seen about everything when I see a yellow fruit fly.
Eating all the greens, look how me mean. Look how good me look, yes.